Some time ago. A few years had passed since the appearance of dungeons all across the globe. The nations of the world continued their heated debates and treaty negotiations over regulations and safety provisions for the precious resources that slumbered within the dungeon's depths. Governments were finding themselves unable to properly manage the dungeons within their borders. The people of the world, meanwhile, adapted to the existence of these new fantasy dungeon worlds surprisingly quickly. And in this changing world, I, Uemura Atsumi— Mizuki-kun, transfer. You're off to Hokkaido. The setting was a certain Tokyo branch of one of Japan's leading investment banks, Showa Securities. I, a certain branch manager, had called a certain subordinate of mine in to deliver some news. Huh? He sounded surprised at first upon hearing of his de facto relegation, but soon fell silent with no words of protest. Mizuki Ryosuke, a young employee coming to the end of his fledgling stage. He's serious when it comes to his work, and fairly cooperative and accurate in most things. His results aren't exceptional, but the clients have good things to say about him. However, well, the two of us have never been able to get along. I tried my hardest to suppress the smirk welling up from deep inside of me, but I may have been unsuccessful. If you choose to get defiant and the absences and late notices start piling up over there, you know how that's going to play out, right? I do. Don't worry about me. Mizuki-kun didn't seem shocked at all, but instead chose a deliberately melancholic expression. Behind his tightly pursed lips and composed face, the high sense of self-importance that he tried to conceal showed through. Do the best you can out there. Don't fight your superiors. Stay quiet. Clock in, clock out. Let this be a lesson, eh? I really don't mind this, said Mizuki quietly, bottling something up deep inside. You aren't going to use this to try and sweep the Namatames and their 300 million yen under the rug, are you? I have no idea what you're talking about. After Mizuki Ryosuke left the room, I immediately picked up the phone on my desk. I dialed a number and made a call. After a few beeps, it connected. This is branch manager Uemura. Patch me through to the company president, if you would. The secretary switched lines immediately. Then, on the other end, I heard a voice. It was deep, like it was rumbling out from somewhere far inside the receiver.
What is it, Uemura-kun?
President. I took a moment to calm my nerves and catch my breath. I've informed Mizuki Ryosuke of his transfer.
How did he take it?
He complained a little, but that's all. It seems it was a hard pill to swallow, but I expect him to ultimately accept it.
I see.
There was a brief pause as I waited for the company president to speak again.
Well then, what of our finances? Have you cleaned everything up?
Yes, that's already done. There were no problems.
Understood. Fine work.
Please, it's nothing. The former company president gave me similar tasks, after all.
Come see me when you have time. Let's talk about where we go from here.
Understood. I'll schedule that at once. With a click, the line went dead. I placed the handset down, drained the remainder of my canned coffee, and took a cigarette out of my pocket. We aren't allowed to smoke in here. But who gives a damn? Should be fine today of all days. The Zippo lighter's tall flame singed the end of my cigarette. I inhaled deeply, then exhaled, using the empty coffee can as an ashtray. The strong smoke clouded my mind for a moment as I tried to quell my rising excitement. It's over.